Welcome back to K&L Farms. I'm Ken. I hope this video finds you well. I'm going to go back and cover some of the material I was trying to explain on my last video. Now I've got some of it made so I can actually illustrate a little bit. And the first thing was in the background you see some French cleats, and I was trying to illustrate you take whatever tools or whatever application you want. You got the slats on the wall. That's just a 2-inch cut with a 45. Just take a chunk of loose material like what we've done so far. So you'll have a bunch of this, and whatever application you want to do, you screw to the back like this is a set of drivers. And then you can put it anywhere. So set it over here, set it over there, over by the drill press or the bandsaw, and then you just put it on the wall like that. This is just a power strip. We did the same thing. Move the power strip back and forth wherever you'd like it, and that just gives you a better idea. I was trying to explain that on the last video. I don't know how good a job I did, but that kind of gives you an idea. So we've got a driver organizer. You can see them all stacked up on the bench right now, and it's still messy because I'm trying to get it done before the beginning of next year, before 2025. We got an organizer coming that'll hold the drivers. It's got a power strip that comes with it. I'll link it down in the description if you'd like to go take a look. It's got battery chargers. You can set your battery chargers on it. And then once we get it, it's fairly big. It's probably, 25 by maybe 11 deep. Take one of these. We may have to make some more up, but I have another example right here if you'd like to see it. Here's an example of the same product. And you just probably directly above the cord plug it into this strip. This strip's actually screwed down permanent. Put it like that, and then you can move it back and forth with your tool organizer. The other thing I was trying to explain, I'm going to put these back so I don't lose them, because I'm big on that, is the bottom of this has just a piano mover on it. We built a simple plywood box. Take some MDF board, put it on the top, and now you can move this around. So see this cutout that I was standing in? This cutout right here. This planer, once we get it done all the way, it'll roll back into that cutout. Once we get it mounted, it'll be the same height, and then you can just do what you're doing. You can utilize this to extend your workbench also, and then you can pull it out into the main field of the garage. And you don't have to be monkeying around it right here if you want. We're going to probably make another one that's just a bench, just the bench. We've got some more of these piano movers, I call them, and we'll just fit in to this work area a standard workbench, and you can either put that one in or put another one in. And the standard top one would be like if you're going to do a bandsaw and you want to do it out in the open, it's a longer piece. Take the bandsaw off, set it on the workbench, this on a mover, move it out into your work area. Same thing with the drill press. Take the router table, take it out there, out of the way. If you have a long piece and you need a support of both sides, remember this will be elevated. It's already got the pieces made, we just don't own the bolts yet. The other thing I'm going to try and do here in just a minute, I'll show you me putting another piece of OSB on the roof. And I'm trying to get some insulation. I have enough insulation to do above that door. I'm hoping I do, which I might do here in just a minute. And I'll cut another piece of OSB and put it in that spot right there so that I can frame through that door. I don't know if it's on the picture or not, on the video. Through that door, because there's a 12 by 12, there's a door at each 12 foot approximately. And I'm trying to get through that door so I can put up that piece of plastic. I got some 6mm clear plastic so that we can keep the heat into just this work area, because we're not trying to do the whole garage right now. better. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna move that board. Actually, it's a piece of cedar, but I'm gonna get it on the floor. And roll up a little bit there. Okay, I know that the area above that door is roughly about 29 inches. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not, but I'm going to try. Yes, I think I'll make it. There's 29. Well, we ripped that in two. I don't know how that worked out, but if we rip that in two, it's going to be pretty darn close. I just put a witness mark in there, and yes, I'm just using the table saw for right now because I only need to cut, and I'll show you here in just a minute, but let's try and cut some of that off. I'm just using that kind of a straight edge. I'll probably shift the camera so you can see it better once I do it. Probably have to go change that blade because it's not doing very good to get through this little part of the job. Okay, so the other thing is I'll spin it towards the camera. I'll get a tape measure. These pieces are actually for the ceiling. On my ceiling they're 2-foot centers. So this piece is 23 inches, approximately 23 inches. And the walls are they're 16 on center. So if I rip this in two, once I get over there, you'll see there's a little spot. If I cut this down to 16, so if I took off, let's say roughly 16, about 6 inches. So if I took off 6 inches off of one end, I could make this work today. So I don't have to go all the way to town. And normally you know, on my channel, I've said it before, normally I only go to town once a week, and today is not the day. There's actually a convenient line right there at about 7 inches. Let's just cut that off right there at 7 inches. Get that straight edge again. Try and cut that off there. Okay, trying to insulate this little area. And you'll see here in a minute, whoops, let me get this up here, how much bigger these are than this opening. Get that one packed in there. This one's the one I cut down. This is the narrow one. So now I'm just gonna, I'll show you, we cut a piece. I need a piece this big, which I don't know how big it is. I'm saying probably almost a 3-foot square, I think. But let me measure it real quick. Shift my ladder here. That's 40 inches. I'm going to have to write this down in a minute or I'll forget it for sure. That's 40 by 39 and a half. I'll write that down. 40 by 39 and a half. Oops. Friggin' barn boots on. In here aren't the best. $40 by 39 and 1/2. Okay, let me get I think I have a scrap piece that I can make that out of. A little scrap piece. Okay, that scrap piece wasn't big enough. The piece I thought I had. And the other pieces, got to take it out of a full sheet. And they're buried underneath a bunch of other OSB. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to put this scrap piece away, and I have one more piece to put in the ceiling, which I don't think I've illustrated yet. And it's a full sheet, but there's kind of a trick to it too. Let me get this set down. Put this over here, that way I won't forget where it's at. And then see if I can find my stapler. Here's my stapler. First time I tried this, I didn't do the best of jobs. It took me a little bit to figure it out, but I take it in full bat like this and put it up in there. Try and tuck this corner in a little bit. Okay, once I get it in there a little bit, then I just take, there's a little paper lip. It's underneath there like that, and I hit it with a staple. Just enough to hold it up in there, tack it in place. This one I actually hit it 3 times. That staple didn't work very well, did it? That's better. I think anyway. Okay, now I'm going to back the ladder out because I'm stuck in this corner a little bit. That's better. Then I unfold it, kind of pull it to some tension. Okay, so that's how I do wall insulation and ceiling insulation, and I'll link that other video if you want to go back and take a look at it.